Hey, this is Neil for CarLightCleaner.com. Say, just coming out with another video here with another interesting subject. Okay, so this is going to be kind of nice and educational for some of you who may be thinking about having to tackle removing clear coat from headlights. There are some headlights out there that has easy clear coats to remove because the clear coat is not as thick. But then you have some that have clear coats on it that is really thick. It's like wet sanding on marble. So the vehicle that's showcased in this video is my wife's car, and it is a 2014 Ford Focus. The clear coat on it is very thick. So I'm going to be doing some wet sanding to remove that clear coat. I'm going to show you the method in which you're able to measure your progress on how much you're taking it off. How can you see that progress? And then also, when you're doing it dry. So sometimes guys do it wet, and sometimes they remove it with just dry sanding. So which is the better method? Okay, that might be something to find out. And this video is actually something I'm going to put into the training videos as well that I have. So you'll see this video for about a month up on YouTube, and then you won't see it anymore. It'll only be available on the training series videos that I have. So check the links below in this video detail box for the access to the downloadable videos that you can purchase. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to conduct a headlight restoration for this side of the 2013, actually it's a 2014 Ford Focus. So Ford, these vehicles, they have different type of headlights. Now these have the UV coating. Now this was flaking off. I did a partial repair before, but really the rest of this just is awful. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just take all that UV coating off, which is clear coat basically. The clear coat on their vehicles, they are so much thicker than the regular clear coats that might be on some of these other vehicles. Okay, so here we go. All right, so like I always say, before you start the job, make sure that you are aware of the temperature of the day. If it's going to be hot, it's going to be 80 degrees today. We got a nice breeze. But make sure you take water with you. Make sure that you hydrated. You keep yourself hydrated. Make sure that you've definitely had something to eat. Because if you're doing something like this, in the hot weather, especially if it's close to 90 degrees and, you don't have enough fluids, you can expose yourself to, heat exhaustion. The disc size, which is 3-inch, normally, that's what you were using on headlights. Now they do have 2 inches. And let me get this out the bag. What's nice about the 2-inch, now this is a 3-inch. So with a 3-inch, you can only go so far, like right here, okay? So, but with the 2-inch, see, you can get back even further, okay? So when you're using these type of discs, make sure that you also have the padding that comes with it. So we have the soft padding. Of course, the purpose of these soft paddings is so that, you can go around the curvature of the headlight, okay? And so that's what you want the soft padding for. If you're just using this, it's not that soft. It is a little spongy, but it's not that soft. You can put flat edges on these round curvatures on the headlight, so you don't want to do that. So make sure that you have these soft paddings between these here so that you can go over the curves of the headlight without really putting flat edges on them. All right, so I hope that's kind of insightful. All right, so now we're gonna get started, and you can find these on my tools page. You can order it on the tools page as well, and they kind of come with the shanks. Alrighty, so to get this clear coat off, we're going with a 400 grit. Goodness sakes, man. Boy, these bees is driving me crazy. That was a carpenter bee. Alright, so carpenter bees are not much of a threat. Just those wasps you gotta watch out for. Here we go. with this clear coat that's on here is really super thick. You're gonna have to do this by hand. Okay, so we're going with it by hand. And unfortunately, that's really what you have to do. Some of the clear coat is not as thick, but this one is like really, really thick. I mean, if you had your fingernails, you can actually feel the ledge of it. So the only way you see how you're progressing with it, you have to spray it down with water. And that way you can see where you need to hit it some more. Okay, so look like I got quite a bit of it here. Okay, I got some over here to get. Okay, so if I bring this close, I'm going to kind of zoom in on this. Okay, you can see where I still have more of this clear coat to come off. And you can see the line of it right there. Okay, this is removed. This is the still more that I have to get off. You got to charge more money on this because this is going to take you more time. This is going to take you probably 20 to 30 minutes, probably doing one side of the light, because this had, you know, this clear coat, because the clear coat is just so thick. So you wet it, and when you wet it, you can see where you need to go. Then you hit that part that you need to do. Now some guys will do this dry. You see some guys, they'll do it wet. Okay, the line's pretty much down here now. See what we got now. Okay, we get more of it. Just a little bit here. Alrighty. Let's see, look at it again. Okay, we made progress there. I see now the line is down here. Okay, so I hit it, and so now as you can see, I got more of it. The line is down further. So hitting the dry is really the best way to remove the clear coat with the 400 grit. Evidently, if you water it, it doesn't come off as quick. The water will probably just act as a lubricant, and so you're almost pretty much just kind of, you know, water gliding, surfacing over it, not really putting the grit down into it to get it off. So definitely, when you hit this dry, okay, now what I would do, or what I'm doing now, I'm gonna just kind of hit the pad with the water just to get some of it off the sanding disc itself, and then I'm wetting the towel here. So you don't want to do a lot of water, you know, you want to be able to dry fast enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna just wipe it down, get some of that oxidation off of there, and just let it dry. See what my progress is here. So as it dries, I can begin to see where I need to take more of it off. Okay, so you can see it's drying pretty quick. Alrighty, so I've gotten a little bit more of it here. It's still got a tad bit there in the corner, a little tad bit on the bottom here. So I'm gonna just really just focus on hitting that bottom. Okay, so here we go. So you'll probably need to replace your 400 grit. You know, you're going to go through maybe about 5 or 6 of these 400 grits. And so far, this is like my 4th one I'm on. So consider, I mean, if you're doing it dry, probably consider having 8 to 10 400 grits when you do a job. Okay, so it's been taking me a while to take this off. I mean, so far it's been like over 20 minutes. So, you know, you're really gonna have to charge more money on this. Alrighty, so I've already now gotten to I'm on the 800 grit. Okay, so after I do 800 grit, it'd be 1,000, and then I'll do it by hand, smooth it out. But just so you guys know too, you know, you get as much as you can off as far as that clear coat, but don't worry about perfection. You know, if you might see a spot here, a spot there, whatever, right? Because once you finish removing the clear coat and then you go through the process of, you know, regular restoration, 600 grit, 800 grit, 1000, when you go through that, you know, whatever's left, you'll probably get it, okay? So even if you don't, there might be a microscopic sum left, don't worry about it, because in the end, when you finish the job, it's going to be beautiful. Remember, you're dealing with old plastic, you're not dealing with new plastic. So as far as before and after, the customer will love it when they're done. And hopefully you guys will like what you see when I'm finished with this. All right, so I'm on the 2000 right now. And I know some of you guys are looking at this now. You're starting to see some results here where I'm getting the light, really, the plastic, I'm smoothing out the plastic, really what I'm doing. So you can already start seeing some improvements as far as the clarity is concerned. Okay, so, you know, you're finishing it off by hand. You know, if you really want to see the full process of the headlight restoration that I do, you can check out my training video. You know, I am discussing about removing the clear coat. And I'm telling you about all of the pitfalls of doing mobile headlight restoration as well. So I'll save you a lot of the trial and error. So, but by the way, you know, this video, I intend to add it to the training. So this won't stay on YouTube too long. I'll probably just leave it up for maybe a month or two, maybe not even a month. And so you might want to go ahead and, you know, apply for that training course. It's only $15. And, you know, you actually download the videos, you know, so you can watch the video. You got it on your computer. You don't have to worry about YouTube commercials coming in. You know, eventually this channel might get to a point where it'll start getting a lot of advertising. So, you know, you don't want to be interrupted with YouTube commercials. But nonetheless, you know, like I say, I'm going to eventually move this off of the YouTube channel, and it's just going to be in the training. So you might want to just take advantage of the training. It's only 15 bucks. It's about 13 plus videos that you're going to be getting. And it's going to be on your computer, and it's yours to keep forever. You'll be able to go back over it. All right, so just got through putting some metal polish on that, and boy, look at that. That's truly amazing. So if you see my other videos of finishing up the headlight restoration, in the end, you would apply the auto ceramic. Okay, so that's really basically how you've just seen the clear coat is removed. Really, in conclusion of this, dry sanding the clear coat with 400 grit is really the best way to go, as opposed to, you know, just using a circular, you know, drill and you're wet sanding it with the circular drill. The power drill didn't really do it as well, wet sanding in that manner, because you know, when it's wet, the headlights wet itself with the sanding disc. It almost acts as a hydroplane, so the grit is really not digging into the clear coat as much as you want. Alright, so I'm out of here. Hope you guys appreciate the content. Go ahead and please subscribe, leave your comments below, and I will catch you guys in another video. This is Neil, and I'm just keeping it real. You guys take care. Best wishes.